Morning, guys. So it's July 30th here in Rusty, Rhode Island. So I made it completely around the perimeter of my property with the chopper. Chewed that blade up pretty good. This blade was in good shape. It's a metal bin material now, going out in the scrap. But this thing, I mean, it saves so much time. If I was out there with hand clippers and hedge trimmers and whatever, this thing, the chopper, tears it apart quick. And it's not like it's a killer thing. I mean, it's a good, it's not, I've been using it for years and I haven't got hurt. I wear my glasses and I hold it way away and I'm careful which way the blade's blowing the stuff back. I mean, use safety. So, this is my spark tester. Yeah, it's 1970. As you can see, it's got, a ton of dust and crap on the face of it. Can't hardly read it. But what it does is you snap it on the coil wire or your number one plug wire. And these can hook up to the magnetic pickup. And not this type of ignition, but a magnetic pickup where it's an AC wave. And what it does is it flashes these little LEDs if it's firing. So I put the battery in, and the light wasn't lighting up. So I tested everything, and what I found was when I wiggled the LED, it's loose. And then when I look on the back, I can see the soldering has came apart. So this is 1970s electronics, 1980s electronics. Most of this came from Japan or California. And they didn't do a very good job soldering. So over time, stuff can, like I already had a problem with the switch. I had to resolder some new wires in for the switch. Now I'm finding that I have to fix the LED. I thought it wasn't working, but it was just the LED wasn't turning on. So I broke out the soldering iron. My meter helped me diagnose it. Another common problem is these switches are open to the elements. And sometimes I'll go like this, because it helps clean up the contacts when it's sliding over. I thought that might be the problem, but when I did the test, I traced the problem to right there. And now I'm going to resolder these two little pins. So this soldering iron is heavy duty, and I can literally melt this board if I'm not careful. So I have to very carefully resolder this. So I'm going to let that warm up, get this in position. So it would be these two LED ones right here. And if I look on the back, I can actually see that it's moving. You can see it moving. So that's why that LED is acting up. So we're going to get this fixed up. I took, when I got out of the Army, I took classes in DC circuit analysis. I was going to the community college, but I had a hard time with the math because I've never taken anything but general math, and then I took business math. I never took algebra or calculus or anything like that. I thought business math would suit my purposes. So I'll say I can't design a computer, but I can do basic circuit analysis and determine. And at that time, if you were working on, like, I was looking at going to work for Sun made automotive diagnostic machines, and I actually went to their clinic because it was kind of a franchise deal where you could sell the machines and maintain them in your area. And it was all circuit boards, and basically you would go in and you would slide out one component at a time and put another one in, see if it worked. Don't take that one out. It was all slide boards. It was like 6 slide boards in the back, and you would just slide one out and slide a new one in. If that didn't fix it, you'd put the old one back. But you had good known test boards to put in there, and kind of interesting, but I decided to not go into that, and I think it was because I had spoke with some people that were doing it, and they said it wasn't all that great of an opportunity, even though they played it up like it was, you know, great. So we're going to reinstall this, and I'm going to go out and I'm going to test it on the car. I'll just pause for a moment. So I have it on Spark Check, and you can see the red LED is lit. So I'm going to try to start it, and what's happening is I see the green LED pops one time, and then it doesn't fire. See, it almost started. See how it's not idling fast enough to go? I have to like step on the gas pedal to get it to go. I have to step on the gas pedal and then it's stalled. It's like the idle is not coming up. So why is the idle air control motor not? See it? When I let off once it's stalled. I'm going to let it down real slow. So when it wasn't starting, it was not firing. Then when it did, I had to give it some gas to... This is really strange. So I think what I'm going to do... I hooked up the Bosch scanner, and I can't get a reading at the ALDL. There's nothing there. It won't read, doesn't even turn on. So I'm going to have to do a deep dive, but I'm not going to get into it right now because we're at the end of July here, and it's going to be van truck season. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the back of my head and do some serious thinking on why the ALDL is not responding with the scanner. And then I have to all this slid over for some reason. Back over there. Everything's moving that way. When I took the seat out, I screwed it up. Alright guys, you see what's going on here. I got some serious thinking to do. The idle's not raising up. Even though I wanted to start, I had to like paddle the gas a little bit to get it to go. I'm going to check the TPS sensor. That I can check with the voltmeter and go through and check the reference voltage starting from 0.5 volt up to 5 at full throttle. And then the coolant sensor. I mean, I can check those out there, but I got to get this ALDL working. I think what I'm going to do is go out to the junkyard and cut one out of a car and splice it in real quick and see if it's just that those ends are so crappy. I don't know what else to do. I'm guessing at this point, but I never give up. I never surrender. Happy Tuesday here in Rusty, Rhode Island.